Hello YouTube subscribers and YouTube people. This is Natasha Gates. How are you doing? And this is my little sidekick here. She is our talk show host of the day. Okay, maybe not. But I just wanted to make a video about what it's like to have your baby turning 1 and like what are they going to be like, what happens, like what can they do, things like that. You know, like sometimes it's like you're expecting your first child and you're kind of just like, oh, you know, like I just want to be ready, I want to know what to expect when my kid turns 1. Well, she's gonna be 1 this weekend, so August 28th she'll be turning 1, and she's a Virgo, and Virgos are extra cool. So if you're a Virgo, you're cool too, and I like you because I'm a Capricorn. We're like this. Good friends, good friends. So I've got my Virgo baby here, and she also got scratched by the cat. So that's gonna happen if you have a cat. But anyway, the things that they do now is that they are very into trying to sing and form words. They want your attention. They'll demand your attention. Watch. So if I don't look at her, she's gonna swat me and hurt me until I give her a reaction. So she knows when she hits me, she's gonna get a reaction, and they figure that out. So like classical conditioning, Pavlov, stuff like that. Your baby's gonna know how to get your attention. Your baby will start saying mama, dada. They start talking. They usually have started identifying what their favorite songs are. They usually have favorite toys. You'll know a lot about their personality at this time. Their personalities really start to shine even before they turn 1, but right when they turn 1 is when I think that they really show you who they are, and it sets the tone for who they're going to be for the rest of their lives, as a child at least. So I have 5 children. So is she any different than any of my other children? Yes. She's explosive. She has a very interesting personality to where she's very observant, but she doesn't act upon what she's actually thinking. So she's she like lets it brew in her head, you know, like she's contemplating, she's very calculated. And when kids don't talk yet, or if they're not like putting what they want to do in action, it doesn't mean they're not smart. It might mean that they're very smart. So don't underestimate your child if they're not showing the milestone signs that are classic for their age, because intellect is something that you will find in interesting ways, rather than like listening to the, you know, worksheets that you get from the doctor and what they're supposed to be doing and all the things they're supposed to be saying and things like that. Just know that your child is going to grow the way they grow. Just because your child might be short now, they might be the tallest person in their class in 8th grade. Just because they're the tallest person in their class in 8th grade, they might be the shortest person in college. So anyways, back to being 1 year old. They're very curious. Okay, so you can see that danger isn't something that they're worried about until something happens, and then they might avoid that situation again. But then again, their brains are still obviously forming as some of us, our brains in our adulthood should be still forming for some of us. But anyway, see, she knows no danger. So if I wasn't holding her right now, she would get up on this chair and fall in this little hole here. So this is the curious time where they like what they see and they're gonna go for it. So right now, she kind of knows that if the lamp tilted a little bit that it's gonna fall. So let's see what she does. Okay, so she had the startle reflex. Did you see her hands go up? So she knows that she was afraid and that was not a good decision to make. But is she gonna go after it again? Absolutely. Another thing is that a lot of people have the subject of, oh, what color eyes is my kid gonna have? You know, because most babies are born with blue eyes. Usually by the time they're 9 months old, that's what color their eyes are gonna be. All of my children were born with blue eyes. However, my first child was born with these electric blue eyes, and they changed to green, when he was about 3. So that was really weird. My eyes were like yellow, and now they're like kind of like a weird, I don't even know what color they are. They change. And that was when I was like 4. But like I said, all my kids were born with blue eyes, but my eldest has green eyes. My next son has dark brown eyes. And my oldest daughter has like brown eyes that have green kind of like tints in them, which is very strange. Like one of her eyes is different than the other. And then my last 2 here, her older sister has these wonderful pale blue eyes, and this one, her eyes are blue but very green. So another thing they can do is they can use your cell phone. They know how to use your cell phone. They watch you. They know how to scroll with their finger. When they're 1 year old, yes, they can use a cell phone. They get into things that you don't want them to get into, like your purse. So keeping all of your medications and dangerous things out of their reach is something that you're going to have to really pay attention to. And they'll gravitate towards the most dangerous thing in your purse. And what are you going to go for? They also like to mimic you. Watch. Ah! 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 Anyways, usually I'll get like screams back, but I think she knows that she's on a mission to get in my purse. So she's kind of preoccupied with that. And of course she goes right for the medicine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say na, okay? Because if you say no to your baby, they're gonna tell you no. Remember that. I repeat, when your baby is doing something wrong, say na, because they will say na and they will not tell you no. See? Na. Nana. So that is the trick of how to train your child that something is wrong without saying no. You don't necessarily always need to tell your kids no. Obviously, when they're running in the street, you're not going to say na. You're going to say no. And it's going to be, yeah, like that. So when your child turns 1, they're gonna be trying to walk. They're gonna be kind of mobile, upright, standing in their crib, going from couch to couch. They're going to be climbing. So make sure that the crib setting is on its lowest platform as far as the mattress, because they can flip over and fall out of the crib and get severely injured or cause death. So make sure that you pay attention to the levels of which the mattress is inside of your crib. When your kid turns 1, this is the time where a lot of parents can clap their hands and have some financial stability back in their checkbooks, because formula is no longer needed. So they go on 1% whole milk after 1 year. So if you're having a baby or if you're worried about finances, make sure that you understand that the formula expense doesn't last forever. The diaper expense, however, will last past 2 years old if you don't aggressively train your child to go on the potty. So that is basically up to you, and really up to how stubborn your child is and how bad they don't want to be trained and how badly they do want to be trained. So she is going to go on whole milk on her birthday because she'll be 1. And that will save us a lot of money. A lot. It's like an extra car payment. So she's gonna try to stand up sometimes. Do you want to stand up? You want to stand up? So she definitely knows how to stand up, but it's funny how when they start standing up in the middle of the room instead of using a couch or a chair to pull themselves up, that's when you know that your child is going to be ready to walk. Another thing is that they will be sitting in their high chair as they should be, and now they can start eating more foods in bigger pieces rather than just little tiny things. They can eat whatever you want to feed them besides honey and maybe some nuts. You want to wait on that. I believe that honey needs to be avoided because of the bacteria that can be harmful in a small child or a baby. And the nuts. For me, I usually wait to introduce nuts to them when they're 2, because let's say your child's allergic to nuts and they're so small, a little tiny baby having an allergic reaction versus an older toddler having an allergic reaction, it's much easier to treat and save the life of the toddler. So giving nuts to a little tiny baby is kind of the same as popcorn. You want to avoid that because they can't chew the kernels and they can choke. They can choke on hot dogs very easily. You don't want to give them foods like apple slices, obviously. You want to give them foods that you would be able to kind of like mush in your mouth and swallow, like bananas or Cheerios. Those dissolve pretty fast in the mouth. And when you feed your child, make sure that you put something green on the plate every day, like this room. So peas are great because you can use frozen peas because it feels really good in their mouth when they're teething. Using extra butter and salt, sometimes you got to do it in order to get that green stuff down there. There are some chicken sausages that have spinach in them, and sometimes that's enough for them to get what they need from a green vegetable. But it is very difficult to feed your child anything that's green or vegetables because it's not sweet and it's not something that tastes good to them. most of the time. I've never had success in feeding my children vegetables except for one child. So 1 out of 5 ain't bad. I think that's a stupid song or something. So here she is. She's playing. This is how the stance that they get into when they're trying to walk, when they pull themselves up like that. She's trying to walk. So your child is going to be extremely different when they turn 1. It's like they turn into a different person, literally. They're to the point where when you're driving, you can give them their bottle or a sippy cup in the back seat, and they will be able to retrieve it from you. They are just amazing little creatures at 1 year old. They have lots of teeth now. So if you have a baby that tries to bite you all the time, make sure you give them a negative reaction and say, ow, that hurts me, instead of no, or just nah. You want to really make them know that it hurts you, and over exaggerate with the no, that hurts, ouch, like make them look at you, and then they won't think it's funny. Yeah. Ouch. Ouch. Right. Yeah. So anyway, they're extremely curious. So this is a time where you really want to lock up your cabinets, go through your drawers, and make sure all the chemicals and everything is out of their way and out of their reach, because they're gonna get into it. So you got to keep your eyes open. Just there's no need to like really go to extremes to baby proof your house if you're watching your children. If you're watching your children, you don't need to put outlet covers on there. If you're watching your children, you don't really need to put locks on every door or put locks on every cabinet. You're supposed to be watching your child. A question is like, what do I do if I need to take a shower? Well, there's playpens, right? You can put your child in a playpen, and if you need to, put the playpen in your bathroom or around the bathroom and take a shower. All I need to do is put her in my bathroom, and my bathroom's right there, and I have one of these sliding doors. So I just close the door, and it's just me and her in the bathroom. And when I'm taking a shower, I take the time to peek. I peek constantly at her and see what she's doing in here. So, for example, like these 2 drawers, even these 2 now, she can open this, but there's just towels in there. So what's in this one is not so nice, because there's hairspray and then there's like hair products in there. So, but then again, I'm watching my child. I know where my children are, so I don't need to put those locks everywhere. And that's one of the things that I thought I had to do as a new mother, was like lock everything up and put those, doorknob covers on everything. And the only thing I really, really stress for people to get are these gates. So let me see if you can see. So all you have to do is slide it, lift it, and open it. And the gate that I suggest is summer, like the season, summer. And you can get these on Amazon, and these are the best ones. I've had these forever, and they last forever, and they're great for dogs too. These. It's got the nice arch on top. and it's metal, it's durable, and they have these little things here to the wall so you don't ruin your wall. So I'm going to open my gate. There we go. I'm not going to cut that out or anything. I'm just going to leave it because whatever. So anyway, you're just going to open this like that. So I don't like to have doors in my house. Whoa, wrong way. I like everything open, and I cover everything with curtains for the most part. And I like these gates. That's just what I prefer. Your 1-year-old is just, she or he is just gonna knock your socks off with the cuteness level. So let's see what she's doing over here. What are you doing? Oh, you're singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Say twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. See? Up above the world so high. See, she can sing the whole song, and she's not even 1 year old. So don't underestimate your children when they're young, because they are absorbing information. It's just that it takes them a long time to show you that they are retaining the information that they're seeing around them. So I hope this video helped you a little bit about what to expect when your child turns 1, and have a great day.